escape us!
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
Antelope's injury.
Woof! Sheriff Labrador speaking.
Sheriff Labrador, I'm the long-distance running champion, Antelope. My leg is injured. I can't run in next week's long-distance race. You must help me.
Oh, Mr. Antelope, even though I'm sorry about your situation, shouldn't you be seeking help from the doctor about this?
No, Sheriff Labrador, I'm speaking to you. The injury to my leg was not an ordinary accident. It was my competitor, Hare, who intentionally hurt me, Sheriff Labrador. Hare has committed a crime. You must arrest him.
What? Hurt you intentionally?
Sheriff Labrador's expression turned serious at once.
Mr. Antelope, don't panic. Explain to me clearly how it happened.
Yesterday, I was exercising on the community elliptical trainer downstairs. I have the strongest legs around and so much stamina.
Mr. Antelope, please stick to the important points.
Oh, right, important points. I exercised for a long time without any problem, but then Mr. Hare came, wanting to use the elliptical trainer too. I refused to let him use it, so Mr. Hare stood loitering around the machine. When he left, the elliptical trainer broke down.
The elliptical trainer broke down?
That's right, it broke down, and my leg was injured. Sheriff Labrador, you know that Hare has been defeated by me all year long. The long-distance race is happening soon. Hare came and the elliptical trainer suddenly broke down. Don't you think it's very suspicious?
I see. Well, I understand now. Let me begin investigating.
Sheriff Labrador went to Mr. Hare's house. He knocked on the door. A hare with red eyes stuck his head out.
Mr. Hare, I'm Sheriff Labrador.
Sheriff? Why is the sheriff at my house? I haven't done anything wrong.
Mr. Hare, don't be nervous. I'm here because of Mr. Antelope's leg injury. He suspects you of tampering with the elliptical trainer to cause his injury. I'm here to hear your side of the story.
What? Mr. Antelope injured his leg? I didn't even get to use the elliptical trainer. Why does he think it was me?
Hare felt so wronged his red eyes became even redder and his long ears drooped.
I did see Mr. Antelope at the community exercise area yesterday. There was only one elliptical trainer. I wanted to take turns with Mr. Antelope to use it, but he refused and he even yelled at me.
Mr. Antelope didn't tell me this. What did he say to you?
He said that being good at running for him was natural. No matter how hard I trained, I couldn't beat him. As he talked, he stomped on the elliptical trainer. Crunch, creak. The sound was frightening. I was afraid, so I ran away.
Huh? Stomped on the elliptical trainer? Crunch? Creak? Could it be? Looks like this requires a trip to the crime scene.
Sheriff Labrador took Hare with him to the exercise area below Antelope's house. A lone broken elliptical trainer stood in the middle of the lawn. Sheriff Labrador walked toward the equipment. The screws on it were all rusty, and some were coming loose. Sheriff Labrador's dark, round eyes suddenly lit up.
I remember every fitness machine should have a... Yes! This is it! I know how Mr. Antelope was injured. Mr. Hare, why don't we pay Mr. Antelope a little visit?
What? Visit Mr. Antelope? Sheriff Labrador, what if he yells at me again? I'm afraid. I'm not going.
Oh, don't worry. Come with me.
Sheriff Labrador brought Mr. Hare to Mr. Antelope's house. When Mr. Antelope saw Mr. Hare, he tapped his crutch on the floor in excitement.
Sheriff Labrador, I didn't expect to see you catch Mr. Hare so quickly. Hurry up and lock him in the police station.
Sheriff Labrador, save me!
Oh, Mr. Antelope, calm down. I think you've misunderstood Mr. Hare. Your injury has nothing to do with him.
What? Impossible. If Mr. Hare didn't tamper with the elliptical trainer, why did it just break down like that?
That's right. The elliptical trainer broke down all by itself. I examined the machine just now. It has already exceeded its service life. All the screws have rusted, and you didn't use it in the specified way since you were stomping so hard on the machine. That was how it broke.
What? So it was because I stomped on it without paying attention to the service life? You mean I've wrongly accused Mr. Hare?
Mr. Antelope looked at Mr. Hare in embarrassment. His face turned fiery red, stuttering like a bad recording.
Mr. Hare, I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Antelope. I've brought you some ointment. With this ointment, you should be able to get well before the race. Mr. Antelope, can you do me a favor?
What's your request? Tell me, I'll agree to anything.
When your leg heals, can you teach me how to run faster?
Of course I can. I'll teach you now. Look, the key to running is to use the strength in this part of the leg.
Mini episode on safety. Woof!
Ladies and gentlemen, the long-distance race has ended on a good note. First place goes to Antelope. Second place goes to Hare. Let's welcome on stage Antelope, the champion. Let's hear his champion's speech.
I've won this race due to my own hard work, and also thanks to Hare and Sheriff Labrador. Let's hear from the sheriff, too.
Oh, huh? I need to say something on stage? I didn't even run in the race. What shall I say?
Sheriff Labrador, just say a few words on stage. We're waiting to hear from you.
Oh, well, then I'll share some of my safety knowledge. Sheriff Labrador's Safety Talk. We often see all kinds of fitness equipment in parks in the community, which we can use to exercise. Children, when you're using the fitness equipment, make sure you get permission from an adult and that you're accompanied by a grown-up to ensure that you use the equipment properly and not to injure yourselves. Woof!